Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Money Motivation. This is the second episode. My name's Greg Nelson. I'm a sales coach, sales trainer out of the Pacific Northwest. I own a company called thehardknockstate.com. Hey, I wanted to come and talk to you this morning about getting your head right about money. You know, Saturday is the last day of the week. Believe it or not, a lot of us think that that's actually Sunday but Sunday should be a day and you should incorporate time in your Sunday to set time aside to plan out your week and identify what targets you're going to hit and how you're going to prosper moving forward. Saturday should be a day to reflect back on the previous week, what you did right, what you did wrong, and what changes are you going to make moving forward. And so getting your head right about money is super important. And, we're only limited to what our mindset is. And so I want to I want to help you grow the top line of your income. Grant's built 16 companies from nothing without any loans connections or country club connections. He currently generates over hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue and is expanding. Since his time in college, he's been interested in Pacific time. I'm putting on my half-day phone mastery workshop. It's our phone sales mastery workshop. It's all Grant's material from his 10x sales professional course. But this same material is what got me very good, got me extremely good on the phone to where I was able to take a inbound phone call with any question and pretty much just control that whole call to where they can set the appointment. The customer would set an appointment, come in to see a product or service that they might be interested in. Not only that, but I was also at the company I used to work for. I was also the guy, because I was so good on the phone, that had the task to call back every customer who came through our organization and saw a rent proposal, try to find out why they didn't buy from us and that salesperson at that period of time, and then find out a way where we can make deals. So you're going to learn all of that information, and you're going to become just a complete master on the phone. In addition, this is a free workshop. You can go to thehardknockstate.com and get your ticket for the phone sales mastery workshop. Included in that is the 10x sales professional course, phone sales mastery, the digital download workbook, where you could follow along and study at home, and you'll also get access to my private Facebook sales professional networking group. If you want to upgrade, the VIP upgrade is only $19.95. In addition to everything you get for free, you're also going to get 30 days of my weekly revenue rocket sales group coaching, where we go over more of Grant Cardone's 10x sales professional courses. And then plus you're going to get 2 of my Class C contract closing pens. And these are not a cheap pen. These aren't cheap plastic pens. These are made out of metal. It's a nice quality pen. It's got a nice weighted feel to it. It's a ballpoint pen, fine tip ballpoint pen with stylus on the end. And the 2-pack of those are $19.95 alone. Of course, that's with free shipping. But for $18.95, you get the pens, you get the 30 days. That's 4 individual 45-minute group coaching sessions. You get the private access to the private Facebook networking group, plus the half-day phone mastery workshop. And again, that's at thehardknockstate.com. For the free ticket, just scroll past the banner, go down and follow the directions on how to get your free ticket. If you want the VIP upgrade, scroll all the way down to the bottom of my product page, and you'll clearly see the VIP upgrade right there for $19.95. You know, it was about, I've been a sales professional for over 20 years. I've been in business for 30 years. I've climbed the ladder in a couple different industries, and this is my 4th business that I've owned. I started my first business when I was 13, but the first half of my sales career, when I first got into retail commission sales, first of all, that's when I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with being able to help people find a need to their problem that they're trying to solve. And so in this case, it was the automotive need, but it was just amazing seeing people come in not knowing exactly what they want, being able to listen to them, be able to put options in front of them and watch them use and watch them leave happy. And so, but my first half of my career, I was a average sales producer, maybe a little bit above average. But I remember I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And, 76% of US Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and 47% don't even have $400 for an emergency fund. So I understand the struggle. And it was about 10 years ago. I was walking into a sales meeting while looking at my paycheck, and I sat down on my chair, open back, my face in bread. I was horrified. I slumped in, trying to hide. I was how I was going to keep the lights on, and quite honestly, how I was going to keep my job. And then I heard it. I was being called out by our sales manager to tell the entire department how many sales I had out for the month, or more like didn't have. And I got it was so embarrassing. I was completely demoralized, and my performance for the rest of the weekend was absolutely shot. When I got home that evening, my wife at the time had told me that our water had been turned off, and that was probably one of the worst days I could ever remember. But it wasn't shortly after that that I really wanted to find a way to not have that happen to me again, not be put in that position again. And the only way I was going to be able to do that was finding an edge on how I could sell more units per month. And so I talked to a coworker of mine who was having just some phenomenal success. He turned me on to an author of an audiobook, and I got that audiobook. I ended up getting about four of them, and I started listening to these audiobooks just on a constant loop. And before I know it, I was going to webinars, and I signed up for this sales trainers online training platform. And who is this? This is Grant Cardone. And so if you're just new getting into business, it's understandable if you haven't heard of Grant Cardone. But if you've been in business and you've been in sales for some time and you haven't heard of Grant Cardone, you're either been hiding under a rock, or you just haven't been paying attention. Grant is an internationally renowned speaker. He's the best-selling author of several business books and sales books, including the book that took the absolute world by storm, and that's the 10X rule, the only difference between failure and success. He is a writer and contributor on for many different uh, magazines out there, and cable news network shows. He's the star of the TV show Undercover Billionaire Season 2 and The Turnaround King. And he holds like $7 billion plus and capital for his real estate venture called Cardone Capital. So he holds over $7 billion of real estate assets under management. Um, and the list just goes on and on. But yeah, it was because of his proven material, his proven successful sales strategies and material that I just inundated myself with, that my sales started to increase. And part of it is your mind, getting your head right about sales. And so uh, uh, these are to guarantee prosperity. Let's talk about prosperity a little bit. What is it? What is prosperity? Well, prosperity is having more than enough of everything that is vital to your survival. Prosperity is having more than enough of everything that you want and need. It's an abundance and affluence. Prosperity does not include worry. Worry is the opposite of prosperity. Prosperity is the opposite of being worried. The question you should ask yourself is, how do you get to a place where you are not worried all the time? I want to talk exactly and show you exactly what Grant did to turn his life around and started creating prosperity in his life, and what he's been teaching me to do as well. Number one, we have to change our mind. If you want affluence and prosperity in your life, you have to start seeing it. Number two, you might be seeing scarcity instead of abundance. Number three, many statements you hear might be well intentioned, but they come from a scarcity mindset. And number four, we need to flip that mindset and develop a prosperity mindset. Start seeing prosperity in everything you do. Start seeing it in every corner. Reinforce that there is abundance everywhere in the world. Fill your eyes up with prosperity and look for people who are abundant in your life. Most of us are surrounded by people with limited thinking because they are worried that they've been told that their whole life that's scarcity is the reality. Money doesn't grow on trees. There's starving people in China, so finish every bit of food on your plate and so on. Um, the second thing we need to do is we need to make a decision to be prosperous. You have to make a decision that prosperity is for you. Reinforce your decision to be prosperous on a daily basis. Say to yourself, I'm going to create wealth within my life. When you say, I don't need money, you're telling yourself there's not enough money to go around and you can't get what you need that way. You need money to create prosperity in your life. Maybe you don't need it now, but your family and church will need it. Uh, you're being selfish if you don't commit to getting more money. When you could be more money that you get when you do have abundance and affluence, it's an amazing thing. The more money you have, the more people you can help. It's actually selfish, not trying to be prosperous. Making decisions require two things. Number one, they require your time, and number two, they require your make a decision to be prosperous because broke people will sell their time to get money, and so that's exchanging your hourly rate, your hard-earned labor for an hourly rate. Wealthy people give their money to get time. Uh, the super wealthy, they play the game and they play it well. Number three, how you talk about money. We have to think and talk positively about money. Have you ever noticed people demand things that they've given up on? Here are some things people say. I don't need money. I don't care about money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. Only greedy people think about money, and money changes people. How you talk about money reflects whether you've given up on it or whether you're still in the game. Never say money by itself is bad or evil. Money is only a piece of paper. If you're telling yourself, I don't have money or I'll never have money, it's going to limit your ability to get money. How you talk about it is how you'll think about it. How you think about it determines what you're going to say and determines what you're going to do. Audit your thoughts and your language about money. Take the next and monitor exactly what you're saying. On February 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, um, I'm putting on our phone sales mastery. It's a half day workshop. It's a free interactive boot camp where we're going to teach you how to maximize the most important tool in your business, which still is today the telephone. We're going to teach you how to handle the incoming call. We're going to teach you how to make cold calls. We're going to teach you how to prospect. We're going to teach you how to control the phone call. We're going to teach you exactly what to say, when to say it. We're going to teach you strategies on how to set more appointments and have the customer lock in and confirm their own appointment, which will increase your appointment show rate. Once that happens, you're going to increase your sales closing rate. And once you increase your closing ratio, the next thing that's going to increase is your paycheck. And that's exactly what we want to do. And that's the whole of this morning show is the morning money motivation show, right? Because we need to get your head right about money. Not only the mindset is only half of it. The other half, it's actually a lot more than that. Mostly, it's usually about 90% mindset and 10% mechanics. But the reality is you'll need the tools and you'll need the mechanics in order to be successful. So on February 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, join the free workshop, that phone sales mastery workshop. You're going to get a free digital download sales 10x sales professional workbook with that. You're going to get access to my private uh, Facebook sales professional networking group. If you upgrade for $19.95, you're going to get 30 days of group coaching, sales coaching. That's my Revenue Rocket group sales coaching sessions. Those are 4 individual 45-minute sessions, 1 session per week. And then you're going to get 2 of my classy contract closing pens. That's a nice metal fine tip ballpoint pen with stylus on the other end. It's just a really great pen to close with. And, closing with a quality pen leaves a lasting impression. But you get all that. You get the pens, you get the workshop, you get the digital download sales professional course workbooks, you get the free access to the Facebook networking group, and then you get the 30 days of coaching, all for $19.95. But go to thehardknockstate.com, scroll right below the banner. It'll give you directions on how to get the free ticket. If you want the VIP upgrade, just continue scrolling down to the bottom of the product section. You'll see the $19.95 VIP upgrade for the phone sales mastery boot camp. Just click on that and we'll get you going. When we're talking about Grant's 10 ways to guarantee prosperity. And his fourth way is to increase your income. And there's no better way to do that if you're a sales professional than learning how to master the phones. And I believe most of us are extremely good face to face, or a fair amount of us are extremely good face to face. However, the other half of that is follow up, working the phone. And because we really, as sales professionals, we swim through a sea of no's in order to run into the yes, right? In order to find the customer who's got the problem that comes and sees us, and we have the right solution to that problem. And so, again, that's February 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Get your tickets at thehardknockstate.com. But increasing income, hey, we want to earn money. And this might be the most important step on your journey creating prosperity in life. You shouldn't be looking for investments right now. Okay. Whatever your career or your job, use that as whatever means necessary to collect more income. And generating more income builds confidence. Okay. Make increasing your income a priority. You need to go up by any means necessary. If you're married, here's how the income should look. Job number one is job A, number two, job B, and number three is household. Paid monthly is what gives you confidence to transition towards a prosperity mindset. Switch what you were told around about earning and make earning more income your first priority. There's enough money on the planet for everybody. There's no shortage. Earn more money, period. The statistic is I think there's so much money circulating the planet, and there's 8 billion of us on the planet, and there's enough money in circulation for every one of 8 billion human beings on planet Earth to have a net worth of $1 million. So believe me, there is no shortage of money. The way to guarantee prosperity is to quit spending money on junk. Okay, what do you spend your money on? Okay, make a list and evaluate your junk items. Use a scale from 5 and categorize everything that you spend money on. And this is how the scale should go. 1 to 2 should be the most important. Number 3 should be a maybe, and 4 and 5 is something that you definitely don't need any longer or any further. The number 6th tip to creating prosperity is avoid the traps. Okay, there are financial traps out there that you might be convinced are the next big thing you should do. These are traps built by banks and institutions to trap the middle class America. They were designed for large groups of people, not for the super exclusive. You should avoid them at all cost. Okay. If you think hard, you can think of some of those traps, like maybe a 401k or an IRA. And there's a lot of people who may be upset with me saying that, but reality is it's money you can't touch, and there's no guarantee it's going to increase. It's up to the banks, it's up to Wall Street, it's up to many other factors that you have no control over. Uh, and here's another one that a lot of people might disagree with, but buying a house, a home, okay, it's the American dream, right? But avoid buying a house. College, you don't need a college degree to earn more money or to make new connections. That is a complete myth right there. And I think the last statistic I heard is over 30% of people who graduated from college don't work in the field that they studied in. And I've worked with many people throughout my life who've had massive and multiple different degrees. And I could tell you they're struggling just like everybody else. Okay. 401ks, I've briefly touched on that, but Grant says they designed this system to bank on people's natural tendency to be lazy and to trust authority figures. Number 7 is understand finances. This is Grant's number 7 tip of ways to guarantee your prosperity. We need financial literacy in this company. Here's the basics of what you need to know about finances. Number 1, cash flow. Cash flow is the holy grail of finances and investing. Number 2 is inflation. Wages are stagnant and the cost of living continues to go up. Number 3, good debt, because not all debt is bad. Good debt gives you leverage. Number 4 is your rate of return, your ROI. You need to know the value of what you're getting back. Number 6 is the tax game. The wealthy do not pay taxes. The way to guarantee your prosperity is use the 40% rule. Grant recommends putting away 40% of your income after taxes. Keep what the government is taking from you. You have to take control. Whatever you pay the government, pay yourself. And to get to 40% means one thing: you're going to have to increase your income. The ninth prosperity in your future is only invest in things that, number 1, produce a cash flow positive from day 1 and provide you a monthly check. Number 2, have a 99.9% chance of appreciation. Any investment that you make, be sure that it's going to appreciate. Number 10th way to guarantee prosperity is to look for the 6-12% rate of returns. Earn, stash, and keep doing that until you can purchase an investment. Okay, so keep stocking, putting your money in your war chest, putting it in a sacred account, one that you can't easily access, and keep stockpiling your money in there until you can invest your money in something that is going to have a 99.9% of increase, and with a 6 to 12% of returns. You don't need to go for a 50% or 100% return on investments. Those types of deals are not built for the long term. If you look to 6 to 12% on returns, you'll be well on your way to prosperity. Warren Buffett's rule of investing: number 1 is never lose money. And number 2 is don't forget rule number 1. And one way you could assure that you can make a good investment with your money, and a way that you'll never lose money, is to invest in yourself. And on February 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I'm putting on our half-day phone sales mastery boot camp. It's an interactive workshop using it's all Grant's material. It's all his proven successful sales strategies that he's perfected over the 40 years of being in sales. In fact, it's so effective that every sales professional working for Grant uses this same material. And this is the same material that Grant and the 10X sales coaches teach to Fortune 100 companies that are using Grant Cardone Training Technologies Incorporated. You can never lose money in investing in yourself. And get good on the phone, because there are some people, some economists out there that think that 2008, or excuse me, 2023 may be as bad, if not worse, than 2008. And if that's the case, if you were working in retail commission sales during 2008, then people just were not coming in the door anymore. Okay, the natural flow of traffic dried up, coming into your store, coming into your showroom, walking into your office. And so by getting extremely good on phones is a way that you'll be able to combat a down economy. In fact, once you master the phones and you get so good selling on the phones, and you get extremely well communicating effectively with other people on the phones, you'll be able to thrive in any economy. And when the economy is good, it's just bonus income for you. And it's a good way to where you can stockpile more money, add to your war chest so you can make the right investments moving forward in the future. For your ticket, for the free ticket for the phone sales mastery half day workshop, go to thehardknockstate.com. It's written on the whiteboard behind me, thehardknockstate.com, and scroll below the banner. It'll give you directions on how to get your free ticket. For a VIP upgrade is only $19.95. So with the VIP upgrade, you're going to get 30 days of my weekly Revenue Rocket sales group coaching. That's 4 individual sessions, 1 session per week, plus 2 of my classy contract closing ballpoint pens. You'll get a 2-pack of these. They're a nice metal quality pen, gunmetal gray with beautiful silver accents. And it's a fine tip ballpoint pen that writes so smooth. It just makes the signing process so enjoyable. And you'll get all of that for $19.95. But hey, if you only see the value in the phone sales mastery workshop, the tickets are free. Just go to theknockstate.com. Hey, so this has been the second episode of Morning Money Motivations, and I really thank you for tuning in today. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully when you get back to the office, you can use this information and start thinking more on in different ways and get creative on how you can get more income and